Hi guys, this is not a gimmick. The title is not a gimmick, it's true, it's real. For those of you who know me, you can kind of grasp and understand what I'm trying to show and present to you. But if you're seeing me for the first time, I can appreciate you might not believe what I'm saying is true. But let me explain. Okay. On the tops of the clouds, you would call clouds, I don't call them clouds, I call them tenders. Because they're so close to Earth, so low in our atmosphere. These guys are very smart, they're craft. And they're cloaked in the clouds. So the circles you saw in black, they're the ones I saw when I tried to zoom in. But the circles that you saw in the red, they're aliens that I found upon closer inspection. I did not see them with the naked eye. So here we are. There's one on the right, which is a little sort of creature gliding in the air, and one in the centre. They all have two eyes, arms, legs. I'm not sure if that's two aliens side by side looking over the side of the craft, but you be the judge of that. So, and on to your left, which will appear now, is the other red circle I made. There's a little creature. See that on the left? I encourage you to stop this video and zoom in and look for yourself. But what we're doing now is we're zooming in to try and look at where I circled in the black, the creatures that I could see with the naked eye. And what we're looking at are insectoids. It's going to be hard for you to process this. I understand it took me at least 6 weeks to process this. But we've got a race of highly smart, intelligent beings cloaked in the clouds. And they're ET race that have probably been here for thousands of years, that have shaped humanity through religion, let's say. Because every religious text talks about creatures where humans have interacted with gods, or creatures that resemble our gods, or gods that resemble creatures, where you want to look at it. I'm putting this to you that these creatures were real, are real, and still living in this day above your head. We just haven't noticed. George and the dragon, Jacob and the whale. Jacob goes inside a whale's mouth for 3 days and gets spat back out. I mean, just pick a religion, pick a beast or a creature, and I'll show them to you. So here we are. It's an easy way to look at this. There's a dinosaur-shaped head to the right of this craft that you would call a cloud. On the top left is an alien driving it. And this is how you find them within 10 seconds. You look for a creature in the sky. The mouths are always open on the creature. Usually an alien will be sitting inside the mouth, or a gun will be hanging outside of the mouth. Sometimes protruding further than the craft itself, outside of the mouth. There's a six-legged creature with horns. And that's a typical shape you look for in the sky that sits on top of every single cloud, or I'm going to call them tenders. Okay. Look for the shape of that head of the alien, and you'll see so many of them particular shapes. They've got horns on the side of their head, and there, look at the circular turret at the bottom of the ship there. You might call it a gun or an engine, but you certainly can see tubing. You can see a lot of tubing on the backs of these craft. That's what gives them away as well. So when you know where to look, what to look for, it can be done in 10 seconds. For me, it's easy. I can just look up, go, right, yeah, that's one. And they never travel singularly. They travel in pairs, or sometimes in a massive group. But, you know, look, there's two craft there. There's three craft that I can see. One, you know, and there's an alien there, quite a big one. You can see his eyes, and his head will turn left and right. That's what you look for. Their heads will turn. The clouds will move as they move, but the heads on the tops, the creatures on the tops, their heads move. And when you really zoom in, you can see that they're actually creatures. They're aliens. Okay. So we're going to go deeper in now and look at these two. And you're going to see bugs. Look for bugs in the sky. Watch this. The one on the left, which you'll see now, looks mechanical to me, but you can see the eyes left and right. See that? But look down the right side. Look at the symmetry, the patterns. It looks almost mechanical type. Mechanical-like. So, yeah. I think now you're starting to grasp. You've got to look on the very top of the cloud that you would consider is not looking like a normal cloud. if you see a creature's face, if you see eyes in the sky, most likely that's a creature, and the creature is the craft. I can't tell you if the creature is a real creature or not, but the craft that they use, I mean, there's a ship on the right side with an alien standing up on top of it. See? On the right side, ship, alien standing up on his tender. The big ship above him to the back of the left also was a creature. But anyway, this is the easiest, I mean, this is probably my favourite to show you that these are not clouds. Watch this. He almost looks humanoid, but I'd say he has 6 legs, you know? There's a dragon type craft or creature above his head. As we zoom in here, watch. Excuse me. That is not a cloud. I'm sure you would agree with me. Look at that. Look at that. Telling you guys, there's an ant type creature behind him on the left, by his left leg as well, down below there, see? So, we're not looking at what you would call normal clouds. We're looking at craft that are cloaked in the clouds. Whether they're clouds or not, I can't say. But they're very highly intelligent race of beings. They're benevolent. And I'm putting this to you. Every religious text, every belief system speaks about creatures from the sky. The Dogon tribe explain how our beings came down from the sky. Okay? Hopi Indians talk about beings coming from the sky. Everything that we understand. I mean, the Jacob go inside the wow story put me off Christianity. It just put me off because I thought, how bizarre is that? Come on, guys, you know, how can these things really be true? But now I understand it. The whale was a craft. Because aliens sit inside the mouths of the creatures. So Jacob went inside the mouth of a whale. He's actually a craft. He wasn't spat back out. He came out on his own accord. You know? Because I've documented all these craft. I've documented it all. There are... Every creature up there is sort of coming, you'd associate it with insects or creatures or aquatic life, birds, cats, dogs, I mean they're all up there. But they're craft. So it all makes sense to me. We have been fighting and killing each other over religion. When really, all of our religion combined is worshipping the same one source. It's all above your head. It's never gone away. That's how I see it now. That's how I see it because I've documented them. I now get it. I now totally get it. We're all fighting and killing each other over the one same source. When we're trying to separate and be divided by our belief systems. When really they're all above our heads, guys. We need to stop looking at it like that. We need to start thinking about unity, you know. Okay, so now you know how to find them. This is my son after he was abducted. He has tattoos all over his body and skin, as have I, as have probably you have. You don't even know you've been taken. But he's got dragons. They worship the dragon. Dragons are real. Dragons are really in the sky, and I've got videos to document them. But look at this. From his right side temple, all the way across the top of his head, he has a dragon on tattoo on his head. Look at this. It's so clear. Bang, look at that. He's got it on his forehead as well, on his legs, on his arms. He's 4 months old. As have I. I've got so many tattoos on my body, and I'll make a different video for that as well, that really goes in depth with that. But my friends have got it on them. The same markings were left on my door, which is how I could identify I'd been taken. I was abducted. I was sitting on my bed making a video. And then this clunk sound came, all the room turned into particles, I started spinning in a circle, going up, and I was being literally sucked out of my body. That's what it felt like. When I came back round, and I wasn't lying down on my bed, I wasn't sleeping, I was sitting up, consciously awake, consciously aware. I've been taken 6 times anyway. I've got 5 seconds before I know I'm going to be taken, because I understand what it feels like now. I've been operated on. I physically felt that happen to me. It was discomfort for a moment, but I knew what was going on. When I kind of came back round from that moment of being operated on, I could start seeing things everywhere. I started seeing code. I've got messages everywhere in my house. It's just a hub of activity, and I'm trying to decipher these codes and messages which are sent to me in picture form. And these picture forms are the most intricate, in detail artistry you've never seen before. It puts Dali to shame. I mean, it's 3D art made by aliens. I've questioned, is this a paranormal, is it paranormal activity going on? But I understand the difference because of, I've also experienced I have a lot of experience in the paranormal as well. This is nothing to do with paranormal because I've got physical proof that they're in the skies. So I've questioned what is reality, what is going on with my life, what it means for my son after being abducted. This is not paranormal. This is not demonic. This is physical beings in the sky driving around who are highly intelligent, and you're going to have to try and understand and process the fact that they're not humanoid. They're insectoids. To my understanding, that's what they are. And they're very smart, they're benevolent, and they've been shaping humanity throughout the course of time. So it brings me to this: why are they here? Why are they cloaked? Why do they wish to remain unseen? And why I believe they've been here for thousands of years, or at least since the last cycle. And when I say the cycle, I mean the planetary system of Nibiru being part of that system that basically cleans Earth, as it has done time and time again. I'm wondering if these guys have been here all this time since the last cleansing, or I'm wondering, have they been here sort of the last 50 to 60 years, shepherding in the rest of them that have arrived more recently, because the sky has become inundated with craft above our heads. And I'll get to the main point. I believe that the system is here based on other research done by people, truthers on YouTube, such as Hush Puppy. Rap the News has been very, very instrumental for me, because he's been monitoring the actual system and what he would call Planet Hell. It's getting closer and closer by the day, and you can now see lava falling from the planet itself. I have no doubt, as he does not, that it's here. Which for me would make sense. Why there's so many aliens here? I mean, if we're from Nibiru, which is stated on the Sumerian clay tablets, translated by Zechariah Sitchin, it says every 3,600 years this system comes into ours. It goes around our sun and back out again for another 3,600 years. Planet Nibiru is part of this system that comes into ours. It states on the tablets that beings came down from Nibiru and made us. They are our makers. They made us to work for them as slaves, to mine for gold, which explains why there's hundreds of thousands of gold mines, especially in South Africa. All around Africa, but a lot in South Africa. So many gold mines, okay? When the system goes back out, it lifts up the Earth's crust, creates a polar shift, and it cleanses the Earth. According to military insiders, whistleblowers, there's a 1 million mile trail of meteorites behind this system. So when the system goes back out, the meteorites plummet down to Earth, which will literally put the surface on fire, and tsunamis will it will raise the sea level to such a degree. So it all kind of correlates. Everything that people are looking at, searching for the truth. I'm just putting another perspective on it, and that also brings me to this. It says that when you see the twin tail object, or you see the dragon in the sky, it's time to get worried, basically. Well, I'm saying there's real dragons in the sky, and they're already here. And I've seen 2 very large dragons and I've got them on video, and I'll explain that in my next video. I'll try and add that I'll make that my next video, okay? But everything I said to you, I mean, it's so much information. Subscribe if you want to see more. I will try and upload some more stuff, okay? Peace and love, guys. Look up to the skies. Send me pictures of your back. Send me pictures of the sky, and I can try and help you understand what's going on. All the best.